$3,500. Rather. $3,500 won't do there.
Interesting money.
Yeah, it's not in the scheme of things.
We're going live.
Please be going live. I'm angry.
Welcome into the locker room on a Wednesday morning here on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. It is 18 minutes past 8 a.m. on the 19th day of November 2025. Ayokunmi, right here with you, ready to walk into the great world of sports. So many things to talk about, from football to tennis to boxing. We've got it right here. Welcome in. And of course, I never do this alone. I'm never on this journey alone. In fact, I'm so happy I'm not doing this alone because it's going to be fireworks this morning, I can guarantee you, because the fiery, the one, the only Tega, I don't know whether it's 2-pack or 4-pack Supreme in the building.
No, it's Tega Yoruba Demon Pack. I've told you that this pack appears and disappears when it feels like it. When I want to brag about it, it disappears. So
oh my goodness.
Let's call it Yoruba Demon Pack. All right. So this morning, what are we talking about? This morning. If you see the way I'm boiling, like if I say a Super Eagles player, I can pray for him now, and I'm using the word pray, loosely.
That boiling can cook beans,
I can pray.
Sure.
Because people should explain to me like I were a 2-year-old, because I'd have to be that ignorant to believe whatever it is you're about to say. People should explain to me how Curacao will qualify for the World Cup directly.
Not playoffs, so.
Not playoffs.
Okay.
The people in Curacao, they're not rich. The people in Lagos Island. Lagos Island is too full. Ayobo. They are not up to the people in Ayobo. 160,000 people. And 160,000 people is rounding up, because I heard it was 159 dots pop. So they're just putting the other numbers in case they didn't count your house.
Probably.
In case you are living inside the forest. That country qualified directly for the World Cup. Let me even shock you. The one that is paining me the most is Haiti. Because Haiti, they don't even have country.
Do they even have a government right now?
The country that gangs have taken over. You don't know that the National Stadium of Haiti is where the headquarters of the gang operation is. They haven't played football in Haiti since 2021. So all their matches, they were playing away. This one we're crying about, South Africa was hosting some countries in their country. That's why you know how we always like to give excuses. Haiti did not play a single match in their country. They won their group. Haiti. Meanwhile, our people are telling me that it's $3,500. That is their problem.
What's even more interesting about Haiti is the fact that their group had usual customers. Costa Rica were in that group.
Because if you watch the video, remember they had to after their match finished, they were now waiting for the results of Costa Rica and Honduras. That one now ended in a goalless draw. That was when they decided to celebrate. That's how good the team. And you're telling me that a team with 80% of their players, it's not 100 at this point in time. It's 100% of the players are now in Europe or outside. Yeah, Europe or abroad.
Yeah.
Okay, no. The goalkeeper still local. So let's say 98% of the team plays outside the country.
That is still a huge chunk.
That's a huge amount of players. And that team couldn't qualify out of a group with Benin, Rwanda, Lesotho, Zimbabwe. Then they even had the playoffs opportunities. Each of them to go and play their football like normal people. They went to focus on $3,500. I'm not saying they don't deserve their money. But if you get the playoff ticket, then you now decide to protest about your bonus, you will get much more. In fact, they have AFCON coming up in December, so they could afford to even protest before the AFCON. After getting the World Cup playoff ticket. Do you understand? Now you have much more moral ground. So it now appears to me, in hindsight, that maybe they were protesting for their money because they didn't plan to go to World Cup. Because your focus is clearly questionable. And now countries like Haiti, they celebrate. Even a Ghanaian journalist had the nerve to tell me that I should use Afrobeat streams to come and go to World Cup. In fact, before I get angry this morning, tell them how they can be a part of this show, please. Let me use that time to calm down.
Even I need to calm down. Breathe. Okay, join us on WhatsApp, please. Join us on YouTube as well. Let us know whether you will use Afrobeat streams to go to the World Cup WhatsApp number is 0911 Let me take that again. 0911 is the WhatsApp number. YouTube, you can join us at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Believe me, YouTube is where you need to be. Behind the scenes conversations, they are always sweet. Anyways, let us talk about Super Eagles because that is the that has been the focus in the last couple of days. And the NFF, they've been talking following the Super Eagles' failure to qualify for the World Cup. They've apologized to President Tinubu, the federal government, and to Nigerians. I mean, Nigerians came third in that sequence, but anyways, it's okay. And Tega, do you want to just take it from here? And,
Yes, in the scheme of things, they've decided that so they're apologizing first of all to the president because I'm sure money was released. And you know the kind of thing that especially after the strike. You remember the video they were showing you of the dollar rain? They even gave them dollar rain, still couldn't beat Congo. It just tells you that money motivation, the money is not enough. These players are average. I like to support.
I
like to support the Super Eagles of Nigeria because ultimately the success of the person in the marketplace on his family at home. You know how they say it,
right?
So the Super Eagles success is my success too. But albeit is their attitude. I don't even think it's even the style. Because who are the players in Curacao? Who are the players in Haiti? Who are the players in DR Congo? Let's not go far. That we played against. So who are the players in Gabon? I think it's their attitude towards this qualification of the World Cup that for me makes them more average. Leave talent, their attitude. They're not ambitious enough because as a footballer, your ambition is to play at the highest level. You miss 2022 World Cup and you didn't die on the pitch.
I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than
for 20. Do you understand? You missed 2022 World Cup, 2026 World Cup. You should have been coming by yourself. You don't even wait for a letter of invite. Just show up in camp and decide whether the coach will pick you or not. That's how determined you should be. That's the hunger I expect you to get. You show up before they call up just to let Nigerians know that this World Cup we are all going together. Okay, so that's part of the problem. But I mean, they apologized to the president, so that money was released. Then they now apologize to us last. I don't have a problem with whenever they apologize to me. I just know that an apology is nothing if the status quo remains. A lot of people are looking for resignation, but I can guarantee you, if they resign, pick another set of 10 people, the problems will be the same.
Rinse and repeat.
Because should be 2022, we said, oh, Amaju Pinnick was talking about bilateral relations. Amaju Pinnick has gone. This is Gusau. The same story. Amaju Pinnick was the guy that they said bragged too much and was speaking too much English and lived in Ikoyi. Gusau is the opposite. The result is the same. So what you're telling me is that if we move these people, bring an asset up, it won't change because the system is the system. And so I don't want an apology. I want to go to World Cup. I don't know how people are going to do it now. What are you people carry me lapping? I don't know how people are going to do it because the sport's already gone. And let me even shock you. Do you know that Congo, because of the way Nigerian African teams were ranked, Congo is going directly to the final. Nigeria would have gone directly to the final
based on the ranking.
I
just played one game.
So you're one match away from getting to the World Cup, and you say $3,500. I don't even have it at this point in time. I don't even have a problem with NFF administrative malpractices because, like I said, Haiti doesn't even have a country that they're playing. They played all their matches away.
That says something.
Yes, they played all their matches away. Forget there was natural disaster in the country. Remember the earthquakes that affected them. There's the gang rebels problem in their country. So they don't even have it. We don't even know who is their government. That's how turbulent that country is. Despite that, they went to the World Cup. You can't tell me that it's $3,500 as the problem. You cannot tell me that NFFs is not the problem. Football is won on the pitch. When all is said and done, it's what you do on the pitch that counts.
I'm glad you said.
And on the pitch, they didn't do it.
I'm glad you said what is done on the pitch because we had 8 matches in the qualifiers.
8.
I mean, if you were 1 or 2, you could say, there wasn't enough time. 8 games to make it right.
5 draws. You drew to Lesotho at home. That's Lesotho.
You drew to Zimbabwe at home.
Drew to Zimbabwe at home. In what planet is that accept? Is that so? Wait, what you wanted Gusau to do hold up play for you? Or is it Shea Udiko you expected to defend for you? What is, at the end of the day, the players are responsible. Even the best laid plan is down to the person on the ground executing it. This box stops at nobody's desk but at the player's desk. I'm too classy and educated to go and throw players on their pages. But if I had the opportunity to sit with them one-on-one, I will tell them the truth. You didn't want to go to World Cup. That's why you didn't go. You don't have it in you. There's a reason why half the team is European rejects. Let's call them what they are.
I think when we start being honest with ourselves, we'll make some. And as I said on Monday, we just are not as good as we think we are. That is the truth of the matter, as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's leave the Super Eagles and football for now, and let's talk about what's going on in the world of boxing, where Alexander Usyk has relinquished his WBO heavyweight title after informing the governing body he will not proceed with a mandatory defense against Britain's Fabio Wardley, the World Boxing Organization said on Monday. What's happening?
This one shocked me because I expected Usyk to enter the ring. Especially against Fabio Wardley. This one is going to be like it was going to be at best a training bout. But maybe because he's at the war front, he has other things he's doing. What the team are saying, they didn't tell us any exact reason. They just said he's taking a pause. So there's no complaint. They didn't say, "Oh, why are you making me fight this guy of no consequence," or any of those disrespectful things. There was nothing that was said apart from the fact that, you know what, he's just taking a pause. So like that, people have tried to collect this belt by fighting Usyk and taking his punches in the ring, bleeding and falling down. Fabio Wardley is just going to walk in and collect belts because the belts just belong to him now.
Is that what's going to happen, or it's just vacant until
It's his belt?
Goodness
I think that's what should happen.
Okay, well, according to the story,
Yeah,
he's expected to be elevated to champion status.
It's his belt because you came to the match. It's like let me use football match. Another team walked over. You get the 3 points and
3-0, 3 points.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Usyk has walked over. Usyk has walked over. Fabio Wardley is just going to come in and carry belts that he didn't fight for. But what that means is that, grace can only take you
so far.
You have to have some expertise with the grace for it to be that the punch is going to chop for them to collect that belt.
If you're a WBO heavyweight champion, you will take heavyweight punches.
Look, if you're Fabio Wardley now, the question you should be asking is, who is trying to get me? Because what it is that he's going to be getting challengers offers from everywhere. Everybody is going to want to fight it because a lot of people won't have challenged Usyk. They'll be like, I'm not ready to die. But Wardley, this is open market day.
Let's take our first break of the morning, and when we come back, we'll talk about some tennis. Of course, Carlos Alcaraz in the news once again. He's pulling out of the Davis Cup finals. We'll talk about that and so much more on the other side. Locker Room on Smooth 98.1.
But it's true now. As soon as they just say Fabio Wardley, Anthony Joshua's team is already drafting their letter.
He's probably thinking, let me just go and do this fight. Let me just collect one small change and be going.
And Usyk now came and said, I'm not fighting. Put the target on his back. Put the target on his back.
Don't be so I plan them in my head, though. Fight again.
It is the most ridiculous thing.
How the mighty have fallen.
This thing is paining me.
data bonus. And for new customers like me, I get additional 25 minutes talk time and
Cape Verde, Curacao, Haiti, Uzbekistan.
Even Iran has made it to the playoffs.
Iraq, yeah.
They made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they beat UAE, yeah.
Then you're telling me that it's because NFF did not sign check. Which dirty check they want to sign that will make you play better?
No,
Is it the check that told Arukodare not to have ball control?
it's obvious that I mean they aren't good enough.
They are not. They
They aren't
don't
good
have
enough.
the
They've not been good enough for a while.
Yes, they don't have the attitude, the right attitude. They don't have the right approach. They don't put in the work in Nigeria. Have you seen Iwobi play in Fulham? Is it the same Iwobi? Some people say it's because of the pieces that are around him. It's not. Because he moved from Arsenal to Fulham, the quality hasn't changed. In fact, he has upped it. Because they know that if they don't play well, they will sit on the bench. Nobody send the them. But in national team, we have colonial mentality. Me, let them make me NFF president. I will do open camp. I will disband the team, open camp. And I will extend the open camp to them. If they like, they come. If they like, don't come. Open camp. We will pick on merit. Let's begin.
Because you can't tell me
I will
that
have two teams.
you can't tell me that Nigeria does not have the requisite quality of players and quality in terms of their talent and attitude
Yes.
to get the job done.
What are you telling me?
How now? You can't
What are
tell
you
me
telling
that.
me? You just gather nonsense and give me. I don't even know what is even paying me anymore.
And the crazy thing about all this is that at the end of the day, ultimately, nothing might happen. Maybe 2022, 2026, we're here again. 2030, not too far.
You're not so far.
All right, yeah, welcome back into the locker room. This is Smooth 98.1. You love music, love life, love sports station as well. A very interesting Wednesday morning on the show. My name is Ayokunmi Tega Supreme, also here. Yes, Tega, sorry. Yoruba Demon Pack Supreme.
Yes,
is in the
Yoruba
studio.
Demon Pack Supreme, yes.
We update it every day, every single day. Welcome back into the show. Please do join us on WhatsApp and join us on YouTube as well. You know, we love to read your messages every single time we're on the show. The WhatsApp number is 0911 999 0981. 0911 999 0981. Also join us on YouTube at Smooth 981 FM Lagos.
Can we read one or two messages from YouTube first?
FM Lagos. All right. Uchenna Wokoye says, Mark Tomini with a wonder goal. Serious countries are doing the job to make the World Cup. I still can't believe we lost to Congo. NFF should go and rest. I beg, let the league resume.
I beg, it's not only NFF. NFF. Super. See, you are not understanding this thing. These guys want the pitch, are the ones people should blame.
And Richard Ash said, Mama T is vexing this morning and not holding anything back. If she catches any Eagles player, I die them deal.
No, I will talk their ear off. All right, let's quickly take the tennis story. We'll come back. Yeah.
Right. All right, let's talk about Carlos Alcaraz. Now, he says he's heartbroken after withdrawing from Spain's Davis Cup Finals team because of injury.
Oh, yes. Again, this is the injury I'm talking about. He's going to have to change something. He plays with a lot of physical exertion and some of the things. And I remember what Roger was saying about him when they asked him, having watched Carlos Alcaraz, what do you think? And he said, there's some things that will come with age, learning which balls to chase and what to do. And it's what I say about Carlos Alcaraz. You see Carlos Alcaraz in a rally, and there's some shots that he can just keep simple and finish it off. But he'd want to do something fancy or play something extra. And because of that, his opponents know that he's not very clinical. It makes him dominant and vulnerable at the same time. And so those are the things that he's going to have, his short selection, his short choices. Those are the things that he's going to have to look at. That injury, he picked it up in the second set of the final against Yannick Sinner. If you saw, he had to tie his thigh. But his plan was that he was going to win the ATP final and then go on and help Spain to win the Davis Cup. But as soon as that injury came in, I'm sure his team knew. You could see Juan Carlos Ferrero's face when he started using the rackets to hit the back of his leg. They were like, this guy is done. And so, yes, he's heartbroken because the thing about Carlos Alcaraz is he always wants to play. He always wants to help his team win. And he really thrives, especially in this team sports kind of events. So it's a sad one for Spain, sad one for him. But hey, ultimately, his team, they're going to have to look at how he plays and maybe even change his diet, because I think he just eats what he likes.
Well, let's see if Spain can do this without Carlos Alcaraz. I mean, Nigeria couldn't do without Victor Osimhen at the end of the day. Anyways, shade there. Let's talk about what went on in European qualifiers. And Germany where Nick Voltemada said he hoped to have done enough to book his 2026 World Cup spot after scoring again in Germany's 6-0 win over Slovakia in Leipzig on Monday. Germany turning on the style.
Yeah, to think that Voltemada was not as popular until that move to
To
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Because prior to that, people were like, yeah, tall lad, big lad, but what's he doing? I bet he looks like a central defender.
He looks like Rudy Vola in this
Yeah, he
picture.
does. He does look like, no, he looks like Rudy Vola, General.
Ah, okay. There we go.
but but people are looking at him and say, oh, central defender, that's what he has to build. But he's come into Newcastle and done exceptional things and then transferred that form to the national team. And so he's hoping that by 2026, when everybody's back from their injury and everything, so I hope I will not be relegated
Mm.
to the back seat, because you saw the players that played for Spain, and we will get to their stories. Most of the players that played for the Spanish national team in these qualifiers, I'm looking at them because there's only 25 players they can take to the World Cup. Your name will not be there. Is it 25 now or 22?
I think it's 20, I think it's 20, it's 26 now.
Oh, it's
I think
26.
it's 26, yeah.
So your name will not be there.
Yeah, it's in pencil right now.
Your name is not even in pencil. There's no name on I can tell you the only names on that list right now in the Spanish national team: Lamine Yamal, Pedri.
Hmm. Hmm.
Lamine Yamal and Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal must make every Spanish team list, especially on that De La Fuente. Everybody else is open to discussion.
Mm.
And so when you look at, so I understand what he's trying to say. He's not saying that Germany is not going to World Cup. He's saying, will I, Voltemada, will I go to the World Cup? That's the question he's asking. Unfortunately, only Julian Nagelsmann can answer that question. And again, you look at countries like Spain, Germany, France,
Mm.
England. That's the problem now. The problem is not whether they qualify. The problem is who is our best 11 and who is our best support cast. Everybody fight. Royal Rumble.
And that fight is going to be hot too.
The fight is going to be tough.
Talking about another team who have made a return to the World Cup, Scotland will be at the Mundial in 2026 for the first time in 28 years after 2 stoppage time goals on an astonishing night of drama. Sun Group favorites Denmark at a bouncing Hampton Park.
I'm telling you. So when I saw this match against Denmark and I saw that it was against Scotland, I was so certain Denmark would not win, but I wasn't certain that they would lose.
Ah.
That's because to not win is different. But the Scottish came out at this game, and that's what I'm talking to you about. Attitude. There is a belief, an ambition that you have, that you approach the game differently. Even when the Danish scored, and it looked like when the Danes scored, sorry, and if I call them cookies now, even when the Danes scored, and and then there was the penalty. Yes, this penalty was a big issue. When the referee gave the penalty, at that point in time, the Scottish at first they were arguing. No, 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 no. After the penalty was given and Holland scored, it was as if they had a factory reset. Okay, penalty is gone. Let's focus on the focus. That's what they did, and they started playing differently. I did not see that hunger, that intensity, that fight in the Super Eagles at any point in time. And that's what I'm talking about when their attitude more than their talent. Because you look at the Scottish team, even Kieran Tierney, that Arsenal has rejected over and over again. You know how Arsenal has rejected Kieran Tierney. If I'm the one, I will not even come back. If I see a phone call from any Arsenal fan or player, I will not take it. But he was one of the heroes on the day. They played their lives out. When they had to defend, it was 11 men behind the ball. When they had to attack, they ran like they were on something. Scored brilliant goals, and they're able to make it to the World Cup 28 years after. You look at the World Cup stories that are coming in, how different people fought, what they did, and then you look at your country. Let's go to the next one.
Also reminds me of Ireland against Hungary.
Exactly. Thank you.
The end.
Ireland against Hungary. You know that Hungary were hungry. 2 goals up. I did not believe the result when I saw it. Ireland fought. Some people were just fighting for playoff spot, but they fought. And when the playoff comes again, they will fight again.
I mean, Give yourself a
You
chance.
now tell me that 3,500 Tega.
All right, let's talk about Spain, who clinched automatic qualification to the 2026 World Cup despite drawing with Turkey in Seville.
Now, Spain were 3 points ahead of Turkey, and they had a better goal difference. So they were on top. It was most likely that they were going to go through, even if they drew, especially on the goal difference. Um, but they came out with a team of mixed baskets of fruit. See, a lot of Spanish players that you saw on the team, they are good in their own rights, but it was not a full strength Spanish national team. And they came out with the expertise of the Spanish national team to play. But Turkey was like, I know you play good football, but we want to go to this World Cup. And it looks like we have an opportunity. And there was a point in that match where neither De La Fuente nor the players on the pitch could have guaranteed that they were going to walk up, because the way Turkey would sit deep, not give them space to move, and then hit them on the counter, as if the previous 5 minutes of pressure did not even happen. That's what I'm talking about, urgency and intensity. Fortunately for Spain, they were able to see this one through. They even had a goal cancelled out in the dying minute, but it was rightly ruled as offside because it was offside. But yeah, they survived moments where they could almost have gone behind, and they had moments where they could have wrapped up the game. But ultimately, Spain are making it through to the World Cup. Not 100% record, but USA nonetheless.
USA, nonetheless. I mean, just get there first.
Just get there
That's
first.
the important thing. Alrighty, let's talk about Arsenal, who are set to discover the full extent of the thigh injury suffered by Gabriel while on international duty amid concerns that he faces several weeks out.
Yes, some people say that the defender's absence could stretch all the way to January. That is the time of the month where Arsenal starts to wobble. All right, and it's important to have one of their, in fact, their best defensive pairing for that period. So it's going to be a really tough task for Arsenal. They're sweating on it. It seems as if on this international break, Arsenal players, Mikel Arteta was scratching his head. You know, as a club coach, you would expect that during the international break is when you would chill.
I like
But during the international break is when they sweat the most,
It's
because
fast-
their players
fasting and prayer is going
exactly,
down now.
and you know their players also want to give their all to their country. Much more than anything else, players play differently for their national teams, so it's quite a struggle. But we wait to hear. Arsenal plays Tottenham this weekend,
Yeah, North
so
London
it's in the
Derby.
North London Derby this weekend. So it's very important. So I'm sure we'll be hearing news about Gabriel's, or the extent of Gabriel's injury, by latest Friday. Let's see how it goes
When the press
when
conferences
the
come
press
around.
conference come
All right,
around.
let's run through
All
all
the
the
messages.
messages. This is from Kweju, who says, I'm actually thankful we did not make it to the World Cup because I do not see how we would have made it beyond the first round with this mediocre attitude from the team.
Pedro, I don't care whether we make. Let's just go to the World Cup and play our 3 matches. Pedro, I don't think you understand this thing. Let me explain how this thing affects everybody. You see, if we don't go to World Cup, even when FIFA is giving accreditation to journalists,
Hmm.
yes, they look at countries that qualify first
Okay,
before they
so
look at journalists, especially if you are of African descent.
so that plays a huge part in determining those who are of priority.
Yes,
Domino effects across the board.
yes. Even when they're selling tickets, as much as they want your money, they want a pumping stadium. Even when they're selling World Cup tickets. So when people are saying all this, I'm glad they let them go first. Let them go and play their own 3 matches. All them Curacao and Haiti that they're going. How many matches do you think they're going to win?
They shall play 3
But they will play 3.
minimum.
They will have the opportunity to show themselves.
All right, Felix in Mende, Maryland says, good morning, Mr. Ayokunmi and Madam Tega. Good morning to you, Felix. It's a shame that Haiti will be going to the World Cup and Super Eagles couldn't even win their playoff. Well, that is where we are. Okay, there's no name attached to this message. It says, Tega, don't they allow Super Eagles make you vex? So because it will also increase your blood pressure and cause health issues. Lie, of all things. Lie. I reject it.
Amen.
I told people in my neighborhood that Eagles won't qualify because they have no passion for the country against Congo that is in a civil war. DR Congo is not technically
Not anymore.
They were playing to bring DR Congo were playing to bring joy to their people in their suffering. They had a purpose greater than money. Most of the Eagles are truly European rejects.
Because it's not a civil war.
Mm.
Can't call it that.
Taya says, Tega with the starter pack is is vexed. I'll give her Danish cookies. I'll work on that. Let the NFF keep the apology. I don't need it. Look at the caliber of countries qualifying and Super Eagles focused on wages, and the fans have been left waiting. They're now giving us motivational speeches. It's like they're using voodoo on Nigerian football. This one is not voodoo. It is we who are doing our saves.
I can't
Uh,
even believe that your coach said they're using voodoo. If
I
they use voodoo, pray to Jesus now. Who is asking
I
you?
thought it was a joke when I
It
saw the
was
story.
a
I thought it was a
it
joke.
was a full one.
Okay, he says, let me focus on my Ludo. Nigerian football is ludicrous. If your name isn't on the squad list, your football association thanks you for your service.
Yeah.
Chidise says, Dear Tega Supreme, I can feel your pain. You're really touched by the situation of Nigerian football. However, if half of the team are European rejects, my question is, where are the top players in our NPFL? That one's another story. Does that league even exist? The fact is, if we don't get it right locally by developing our league, we'll be here in 2030 to lament how the Super Eagles failed to qualify for the World Cup again. Football isn't magic and prayers; it's planning and execution. Of course, Curacao qualifying for the World Cup and Nigeria didn't, like saying Elche going to the Champions League ahead of Madrid. I mean, Gilbert Musa in Festa. Good to see you on the show, Gilbert. He says, on the non-qualification of Super Eagles, we should involve stakeholders within the NFF to resolve the present situation. I would recommend we invite past managers and coaches that handled the Eagles when the players were known for quality play on the pitch. Clemens Westerhoff on my mind. A think tank of sorts. Emeka says, today should be tagged Tigger Rants Day. This World Cup thing is so embarrassing that even our own West African neighbors that fail to qualify for AFCON are trolling us on Twitter. Right now, everywhere blur. I'm at my lowest. We had better win this coming AFCON to compensate. Trust me, we would trade the AFCON for a
World Cup. Yes.
place right now, to be honest. Let me go to YouTube very quickly. Padre Pio says, I've moved on from the Eagles. Now thinking, how did Brazil draw Tunisia? That's football. A friendly, yes, but that's where it starts. Don Carlo, what's in this? So it happens. It's football. It's football. This is from Abayomi. Oh, Tega, it's been ages. I've actually not been able to get to listen to you in a long while. Even if Turkey had won by 4-0 yesterday, Spain would still progress because of the whopping goal difference.
Yeah. All right. On that note, I want to thank you for sending your messages via YouTube. Thank you for streaming via WhatsApp. Thank you for streaming on YouTube.
Yes,
and
indeed.
thank you for tuning into Smooth 98.1 FM to listen to the locker room. Now, today is a good day, regardless of all the news you will be seeing. Because, yes, today you are going to see a lot of videos from Haiti, from Curacao, from all the other people that had so many emotional stories to tell. But the important thing, keep your eye on the ball. Don't be like the Super Eagles. Keep your eye on the ball. Go out there, hustle, and get your wins. So we'll come again on Friday. Have a great week.
All right. Thank you so much, Tega. Have a great Wednesday. Looking forward to Friday. Thank you all for being a part of the show. This has been Locker Room on Smooth 98.1. Keep it tuned to the Smooth Breakfast. 9 o'clock. I'll be having Mr. C in the studio, fingers crossed, to talk about this issue a lot more. It's a rant sort of Wednesday. Don't go anywhere. Keep it tuned.
I'm telling